Hey, everybody. Welcome to The Experience, live with Russ and Scott.
Welcome to The Experience, live with Russ and Scott.
Special thank you to our sponsors, the Gillette Home team of Keller Williams Willamette. For all your real estate needs, go to teamgillette.com. And thanks to D. Scott Smith and Veronica Jeans and their book Freeze, In Action in the Face of a Business Crisis. For more information, go to stopinaction.com. Good morning. How's everybody doing this morning? We're here live on The Experience, live with Russ and Scott. We're here every Wednesday morning, 7 a.m. Pacific Daylight Time for your viewing and listening pleasure. And we're so excited for this morning, the wonderful, fabulous friends and guests that we have on today. But first off, Scott, how in the world are you?
You know, we had the Instagram show that we do with Shri every morning, 6:30 a.m., the backstage of The Experience. And we had Gabe Leal come on. And what a treat.
Yes,
that was just a lot of fun.
It
was. He came on, he provided such a great inspiration that and comment for us that he just talked about saying, you can set your watch to the show. The Experience and backstage. So, but it was just great to see him and just looking forward to hearing more from him.
Yeah, no kidding. Well, it's always great to have friends jump in and just what a blessing. What a blessing he's been to so many people. And I know that he had taken a little break from social media, but back running again. And that is so great. And we do. His comment is true. We do try to be really consistent here on The Experience Live with Russ and Scott and on all of our live streaming because it's so important for you to know when we're on, but also to just have that consistent presence to be able to bless you every week. And we're just honored with the opportunity, right, Scott?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely. And one of the things that we do on the Instagram on the backstage is with Shri is we talk about video tips. And the video tip, and this seems like a shameless plug, but hear me out. Go to dscottsmith.com, click the In the Media tab, because I put links there to the different shows that I was on. And today we've got Russ Johns and Nancy Baki who will be on. And I was on their show, on Nancy and Anita's show yesterday that's produced by Russ. In fact, Impactful Business Voices. And you can go to my channel or to my page, click on the video and subscribe to their channel. And, it doesn't cost us anything to subscribe to each other's YouTube channel. So if you go to my page, you can get Nancy and Anita's podcast, The Pebble by Tracy Shannon, Marketing with Russ. I'm sure everyone subscribed there, but if you haven't, make sure you subscribe to it. Brand Face. I mean, there's so many of them, but I made it easy because it's all consolidated there. And so my encouragement today is open up another tab and subscribe to all of those video broadcasts on YouTube.
Well, for sure. And of course, you need to go to the experience.video is how you subscribe to the experience. Get all of our amazing guests and past content that you can
Mhm.
watch. Forget about binging Netflix or Prime. You can go to binge the experience live with Russ and Scott.
That's
So
right.
there you go. What an evening of amazing people like Russ and Nancy that we have on today.
And
And
no credit card required.
and I love that. And Gabe is here with us again this morning. Hey, Gabe.
Woo.
Listen, I want to tell everybody, just to echo what Scott said, there is so much amazing content and just great connections to be made. Real people that are living real life like you and I out
Mhm.
there. And you can do that by just simply connecting to people, supporting them, and then they turn around and support you. And what a blessing it is in this community. And I'm just so thankful, Scott, for you, number one, but for all the community. This last Monday, I celebrated 300 episodes on Marketing with Russ. It was a ton of fun. All the guests and the amazing people that came on, and the comments were just overwhelming. And what a blessing. And so that's what you have out there, everybody. If you're watching out there right now, get busy in the comments. Start saying hey to people. Start
Mhm.
connecting. You should all be connected with Gabe and Russ and Nancy right now.
Yep.
And my friend Michael Holt is here this morning. Hey, Michael, what a blessing he is.
Mhm.
Always praying for me, and I appreciate that. So, anyway, Scott, with that, what do you think? You want to start bringing in people?
Yeah, let's get this show going. Let's get to the good part.
Let's get to the good part. Well, we always go ladies first. So, Russ Johns, you're gonna have to hang tight for just a minute because here comes Nancy. Hello, good morning,
Hey,
Nancy.
Daddy. And good morning to you guys. Really early morning for you, Russ.
Yeah.
He's been up for 3 or 4 hours already.
You're good.
Nancy, you're such a blessing to me. Thank you. I just want to tell you right off the bat how much I appreciate you. And when we connected, you just really have reached out and continue to bless me and pray for me and all the things. So that means so much to me. But you know
Mhm.
what? I already know how amazing you are. What you need to do is tell everybody else who is Nancy and what are you up to this morning?
You're very sweet, Russ. And you are a blessing in my life, both of you guys, actually. So thank you guys for having me in your life. Nancy Baki. Well, since 2007, I've been a business coach, a business growth strategist, helping businesses grow. I noticed over many years, a lot of businesses are not just struggling to increase their revenues and profits, but they don't know what works, what doesn't work. So they're doing a lot of testing and, trying different things and trying different coaches. And so that's what I do. I love it. I mean, I love help. I don't take on every client that comes to me, and I'm sure, anybody in this industry doesn't as well. I do have a process that I take everybody to make sure that whoever I do work with is ready to do the work, right? And last year I decided, with this whole pandemic that's going on, I noticed, and I've been praying for this, honestly, what am I going to do in helping the world change? And change is my new word. It's my word for 2023. And I decided collectively with my partners that I'm going to be bringing on more coaches this year, more business coaches, training them, because again, there's two parts. There's a lot of businesses that need the help, and some of them don't even realize that they need the help, but they all need help. And there's a lot of business coaches that that are struggling. They don't know how to help businesses, how to keep them, work with them for long periods, not just 2 months, 3 months. Not knowing what to teach, how to teach, etc. There's so much. So 2023 is all about bringing new business coaches, or business coaches that have been in business and they're just ready to take their business to the next level and just don't know how. Still
I
working with
love that.
businesses. Yeah, still working with businesses. And I have a whole team of coaches that I'll be able to, bring work to them, because there's a lot of business coaches that I'm already training regularly. Thanks, God.
And I love your perspective overall. And I'm going to throw out one word because maybe it'll trigger something and give people a little bit of an insight into Nancy. And so that word is recession.
Mm-hmm. It's huge.
Go ahead.
Thanks, Russ. Scott, no, that's really funny. It's like we had the conversation about it already. But yeah, in the last year, I've been hearing this whole word recession going on. And I'm like, guys, like recession is just going to happen if we don't do something about it, right? Recession is, giving people things for free. We need to build the economy. It's not because I don't want to give free. I give lots of things for free, but business is what makes the economy. So why not help business coaches help businesses so that we don't have that recession? I know there's a lot of other things involved in the recession, like politics and things I don't want to talk about, but it's business. So yes, Scott, thank you. This is why we do what we do every day. These podcasts, it's not like we're making money on these podcasts. It's not about just that money. It's come here and hear what the possibilities are for you, for your business. And it's just to kind of get off the topic a little bit. A lot of businesses have used business coaches before. I mean, you guys, help businesses as well. There's a lot of business coaches that don't know what they're doing. And I'm just, I'm being transparent. Since the pandemic, I've seen people who were, I don't know, they were doing X and now they're a business coach all of a sudden, but they've never been trained, never take courses. So it's really important if you decide to take a business coach, which is like the greatest idea you could do for your business, just make sure that you ask them the right questions and let them show you what they can do to help you, right? Don't just buy because of price. Really look at what they can do to serve you.
Right. Well, you've been such a blessing to me in my business and helping me along, think through some processes and some, messaging and things you and I've talked about. And what I really love about you, Nancy, is just your willingness to give. And we all have to make money in our business to move forward. That's a definite for sure. We can't do what we do, but you have such a giving heart. And I think that's what people see in you. They see, that smile and that, willingness to give them hope in their business. And that really makes people want to work with you.
Yeah. Thank you, Russ. I think it's really important that we see humans the way that they are. We sometimes forget that there are humans that just don't know what to do next. They don't know how to search. They don't know how to whatever. Take them, at least give them a step 1, 2, 3 to, gain trust with you, gain the, oh my God, she can help me. I mean, I've taken some people and changed their lives, and it's not just their business life. I mean, I believe business life is also surrounded with your personal. I've had clients where they never dated their wife. They never saw their kids. And it's like, okay, like, what are you doing in your business? You just want to make your 3 million a year to make sure that they have a house and a car and whatever else, right? I said, but life is so important. So, we want to remember that business is important, money is important, yes, to do what we have, but life is important. So we want to, one of our podcasts a few weeks ago was, Anita and I did it. It was about not working to living to work, but the importance of working to live. Right. So very important.
Yeah. Scott?
Yeah, this is the whole person, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's not one or the other. As we say, often we use the wrong conjunction. It's not or, it's and.
Yes.
Well, speaking of and, our next guest, Mr. Russ Johns, not only has he been a huge blessing to me, but he is the king of live streaming. Mr. Russ Johns, how's it going, buddy?
I love this, and I have to be full transparent. It's not very often that I'm up at 7 a.m. PST, Pacific time. I had to change time zones in order to accomplish this goal this morning. So, but I just really love you, Russ, and I just really admire the fact that you're here helping us and encouraging us every single day. Scott, you're a gift to the world, and I love you, brother, because this is what it's all about. And the ability to connect these 4 individuals in a single conversation, I think, is magic. And really what it is all about is the relationships, the community, and helping more people help more people. And we could do that with our words, with our voice and our actions. And I just think if we continue to encourage each other, like the recession, you know, lift each other up, do what we can to allow this energy to be positive rather than negative. I think it's an important step. And thank you, Russ, for being here and continuing to encourage those even when you don't feel like it. So sending prayers and love to you all the time.
Thank you, Russ. You are amazing. And you know, I concur with everything you said, but give everybody just a little snapshot for the 1 or 2 people in the entire world that don't know who you are already.
Well, I am an individual. I have a little bit of pirate attitude because I think pirates believe that kindness is cool and smiles are free. I'm a strategy for the, you know, live streaming community, podcasting, and content creation. I help guide individuals that are overwhelmed by the technology and the process and help them with their technology, their automation, email, and you know, all of these strategies that are all combined that bring together a podcast or a live stream. And it's really important for people to understand that there are a lot of things you have to think about. However, it doesn't take a lot to get started. And once you start and you add to it and you continue to improve, just like you did, Russ, you know, you continue to improve, and then you got Ever to help you out, and you got other people to support you, and you learned a little bit more. Gabe was on. You know, these individuals that are out in the community are willing to help. And that's what I love to do, is I love to help individuals. And I'm actually getting ready to launch back into a couple of podcasts. And I have Love My Dub is on Wednesday afternoons at 12:15 Pacific time. So that's a show that I'll be sharing today. We do the author adventure on Tuesdays at 5 p.m. Central Time. And then the Wild West Diversity is another show I produce. So I'm involved in the community. If you want help, I'm here to help you.
Yeah.
I always love that phrase that you say, helping more people help more people. That's just, I just think, you know, it's a great T-shirt, bumper sticker, a billboard, you know, something that we all need to internalize.
But it's true. I mean, it's totally true.
Well, think about it. Is if I can help you help your community, because that's what live streaming does, is amplifies our message. It amplifies the activities that we're putting in place. And if I help you produce a show or a podcast where you can amplify that message, then I'm helping more people help more people. And and it just continues. It's this expanding activity rather than what am I going to get out of this? So
right. And Nancy, you saw that. Obviously, we've all been friends for a while, and you've jumped right in.
Yeah, I didn't jump that quick because I was like, really, honestly, I was like, oh my God, a podcast, so many things. But you know, my girlfriend Anita came to me and said, we need to start a podcast. It took me a few months, and I was like, you know what? I can't do it without Russ. I just don't have the, you know, I don't want to go and learn it. And like, you know, there's only so much that we can learn in the time that we have. So when Russ came, he made it so simple. I have zero stress on it. Like, I just come to there, we prepared a little bit, and he gave me exactly what we need to do, that exact process. Didn't have to think about it and learn it. And no, Russ is amazing. And even if you're thinking of having a podcast, like I was in the beginning, just have a conversation with him. You know, take advantage of that 15, 20 minutes with Russ, because it will change your life, your message. And, you know, for us, we didn't put Impactful Business Voice podcasts. It's not about making money. It's about letting the world know, just like what you guys do, letting the world know the impactful businesses that are out there and sharing it with people who don't know you, right? That's really what it's all about. So thank you, Russ. You have been a godsend and a blessing for us.
Well,
thank you.
I agree 100% with that. What a blessing you were to me, Russ. I've talked about it many times when I got started, when Scott and I got started, so much help and so much direction. And Russ really is a blessing because he's really down to earth. And plus he's got the best name ever. So, you know, there you go.
Johns is very cool.
And you know what I love about Russ also is that he's very honest, just like you guys, but he's very honest. Like if he thinks that we're doing something the wrong way, or he's just going to say it. He's not going to say, oh yeah, that's really great. You know, like that drives me nuts. You know, so thank you, Russ, for being honest, transparent, because for us, that's what we need.
Well, thank you, Nancy. You're a blessing to work with, and I do appreciate you. And just like Russ and Scott, we have all had a lot of experience that we can actually take and share. And just like coaching, just like authoring books, there's lots of ways that we're sharing this information. So I just appreciate the fact that we're here and able to do this, and we'll continue to do it as long as I'm able to do it. So,
and I'll just add in that this is part of your body of work too, right? And so when we're on here, and when I was on the show yesterday with Nancy, with you and Anita, and Russ, you were producing that. This is something that is capturing. Yeah, I was honored because I was the guest. So it's capturing some moments of my life, which I'll be able to share with my kids and their kids, right? And this is a moment in time that has never happened before. So imagine if you could tune in and see stories from your grandparents, your great grandparents, right?
Yep.
And hear what they were involved in. What would that mean to you today?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
And also it also brings out, Scott, like I was saying in the beginning, like I didn't even know that's what you did. Like, goodness, that's such a blessing, a part of your life, helping high schoolers, like in church and all these associations, like nonprofits. I was like, if you guys have no idea what I'm talking about, please go watch it. It is on his site. You're going to definitely learn something about Scott that, after so many years of knowing him, I had no idea. So I love you even more, Scott.
Oh, you're very kind. You're very kind.
Yeah, you're wonderful.
I continue to learn new things every day. I think just when I think I've got Scott all figured out, it's like, okay.
Well, I love what we're talking about, and actually, if you look at my LinkedIn profile, the headline right below my name says, "One conversation can change your life or change your business." And Nancy, you and Russ have both said that, and Anita said that yesterday. I think this is something that we need to be aware of. And it's not just for our own lives, but it's those lives that we impact. We don't know that one thing that you're going to say that is going to change the direction of someone else's life. And so we have, as we often say, it's with great power comes great responsibility. And we do not understand probably the power that we have, the influence that we truly have.
I love what you said. If I may say something on it, especially after the pandemic, a lot of people are realizing it more, that life is about making relationships. Business is about making relationships. It's not about selling. Yeah, you could be good in sales and all that, but it's not about that. It's really about, what do you need? What can I help you with the information that I have, with the problem that you have? If I have the solution, let me help you. Right? It's not like, oh, you want to buy this thing at $1,000 because, I want to make $1,000, right? Like, it's so important. And that comes to exactly what you were saying, Scott. Relationships, some people are like, oh, just do a 10-minute call, get to know each other. How can you get to know somebody in 10 minutes? Like, take the time, 20, 30 minutes, get to take the time to get to know the person, who they're married, they have kids, what do they do in life? So I just wanted to kind of add that, Scott, because I do believe especially since the pandemic, a lot of people are learning that it is very important. It's not just going to a networking group and just trying to sell your product. And here's my business card, call me. Like, it's a lot more than that.
Yeah. Well, I'm all about connection and community building, and agree with you 110% of what you just said, because getting to know people and really truly connecting with them. Connection is not, hey, let's connect, and then you send me a 5-page sales pitch. That is not connection. FYI, for anybody watching today that does that, stop, because that's not what you do. That is not connection. And it turns 99% of the people off anyway. So, I think it is all about getting really learning about the people and really moving forward being able to help people because you know what they need, right? When you talk to me, Nancy, you're finding out what I need and where I'm going. Same thing that I do with all the people that I connect with. How can I be a blessing in your life? Maybe it's just sending you a text message every now and then and encouraging your day. Maybe that's our connection, but it's so important to do that. So, hey, being the responsible host, I've got to start the wrap up process. And so we're going to go back to you, Nancy. Ladies first, give us your gold nuggets of the day and then how people get in touch with you.
Golden nuggets. Listen, out of business, just love who the Lord puts in your life, whoever it is. Love them for who they are. See how you can serve them, how you can better their life. And any conversation that you have, leave them better off than before you had a conversation with them. And make it a good day. Remember, it's only you that's going to make that day good, right?
Mm-hmm. Right. And people get in touch with you how?
LinkedIn is the best. Send me a message. I'm the only Nancy Baki there. So, and you have all the links over here. So send me a message and, let me know what you do. And if you'd like to talk, I'll send you my my calendar link. It might take a week or two to get booked, but let's just do it.
Awesome. And that just happens to be ticking under you as you speak. And the rest of the information is magically showing up. Russ,
thank you, Ever.
Yeah, thank you,
Thank
Ever.
you, Russ. Thanks.
All right, Russ, you're up next.
Well, Russ and Scott, Nancy, thank you so much for being here. This is a great conversation. Time flies, I know. However, I want to leave everyone with the idea that you're one conversation away from something you need to learn, something you need to know. And like Scott said earlier, you never know where it's going to happen from. You know where it's going to come from. And if you're curious, if you're thinking about podcasting or live streaming, I'm happy to have a discussion anytime. You can book russ.com anytime. I'm happy to get on your calendar and, discuss whatever you want to do as far as strategy and helping your business move forward and, or life in general. It's just anything that we want to talk about. But the reality is to build relationships, build your experience, and make sure that you're pushing forward an agenda of positive outcomes and help each other along, lift them up. And I also want to follow up with a pro tip that Scott has mentioned, is that when you're on other people's podcasts, you can add them to your feed because it helps the SEO and your visibility online. So that's a pro live streaming tip if you want it. And also, I just want to make sure that if anybody's listening into this, I'm going to be heading to Houston today, and I'll be in there. I'll be in Houston for a number of days, so I want to connect with individuals as I am able, and just connect with me on LinkedIn, social. Look up Russ Johns and connect where you enjoy connecting with, and look forward to a conversation.
Awesome. Well, you both are amazing friends and such amazing people. And I encourage everybody, connect with them today because they will bless your life. And so I just want to tell you both how much we appreciate you being on. We're going to wave goodbye to you, but hang tight in the green room and we'll see you in just a few minutes. Okay.
Thank you guys. Love you guys. Thanks for having us on the show.
So much fun.
All right. See you in a sec.
I love the comment that Russ made about time flies. And it just reminded me that says, time flies like an arrow. Fruit flies like a banana. So there's your play on the English language for today. I think Russ is going to be in Houston, and I don't think the Astros are playing, so they can go ahead on Friday. He could probably just book the stadium there and fill it with Russ's friends.
There you go. I'm sure he could. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, he's got a lot of them, so that is for sure. But Scott, thank you for being such a blessing to me. Thank you for being here with me every week. Listen, everybody, we're here every week, 7 a.m. Pacific Daylight Time, and we're here for your listening and viewing pleasure on LinkedIn, Facebook, and YouTube. And don't forget, you can also watch the Experience Backstage the half hour before, and that is on Instagram only. The Experience Backstage with our good friend Shri out of Houston, Texas. Speaking of Houston. And so, Russ, you're going to have to say hey to Shri while you're there. Also, we are so blessed to have the Glitter Practitioner as our supporter and sponsor on the Experience Backstage.
Mm-hmm.
So please join us every week. And Scott, final words before we run out of here?
Yeah, just remember that one conversation can change your life or change a business, and it goes both ways.
That's right. That's right. And don't forget, the Experience.video is how you subscribe to our YouTube channel for the Experience. And want to let you know that at russhedge.com is how you get in touch with me. Love to talk to you today and just connect with you there. So when you get a chance, if you haven't already, please connect with me. So with that, I think we're out of here, Scott. Everybody have a great day and a great life. And don't forget to enjoy
the experience.
Woohoo!
Thanks for tuning in to The Experience live with Russ and Scott. If you enjoyed today's show, please share it with others, post about it on social media, or subscribe on YouTube. See you next time.